guys, welcome to the Years in Between
with me, Loretta Maria,
and me, Jacinta Jerry, who's now 24.
Happy birthday! Like, did you want to?
So my birthday week's over, so I'm making sure it lasts long.
Right.
But this is a podcast where we talk about our
thoughts, feelings, and experiences
in the years in between. Like it.
But as I was saying, do you guys? No, sorry. This I was saying as I was saying, but like, do you guys dip your pizza in sauce?
Yeah, I do.
I'm saying that because she was. I feel like a lot of people do, but
What sauce do I dip it in? Ask me.
what sauce do you dip it in? Ketchup.
It actually depends. If it's a tomato-based pizza, then I'm for sure tomato ketchup. If it's barbecue-based, oh, that baby's getting dipped into garlic and herb.
Personally, I don't mess with the flavours of my pizza.
I think it enhances the flavours of your pizza.
No, like I said to her earlier when she was giving me a slice of pizza and asking if I wanted to dip it in something,
She looked at me like,
the sauce just takes away from the pizza. So, and in fact, if it's barbecue based, I feel like barbecue based is a very
rich.
Yeah, it's like an all-encompassing sort of flavour. So I don't think I need anything more than what's already on the pizza, to be fair.
Well, you don't really like cheese anyway, nor do you like what?
Well, if it's too cheesy, like that pizza you gave me was perfect because the cheese wasn't giving cheesy. Like,
I like when it. Ooh, baby.
Baby who? Did you like Baby Girls?
Nah, babe. Too like much.
You seem like the type that would eat Baby Girls though.
No, babe. Did you like the pepperoni sticks?
Yeah, pepperoni.
No, I don't like them.
Yeah, because you didn't eat pork, did you?
Not growing up, man. Oh, ciao. How was your week, girl? How was Valentine's Day? I just wanted to say that we spoke about the day so much. It just came and went like this. And now we're waiting until next year. I feel like guys this Valentine's, like, they really went above and beyond for their women. That's the common, like, thing that I've seen.
Consensus.
That I've seen on social media. Like, I was watching a video today. It was of this influencer. She basically was told that she was going to an event that her manager had sent her that she should go to, etc. And her boyfriend was going to be somewhere else. So she obviously was upset that they weren't going to be able to spend Valentine's Day with each other. But come to find out, I don't think that's the right like phrase I uses this. Unbeknownst to her. He surprised her at the hotel. Like, he decorated the hotel room nicely. He surprised her, said like...
Was this a black couple?
Yeah.
I think is it like a thing that happened this year? Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I need to go and pre-it. I don't follow her on Instagram.
It's so cute. Like, he literally went above and beyond. Like, he made a fake flyer, like event flyer. He told her that he had a work event. Like, he was even like, oh, I'm so upset I'm not going to be able to see you. But he was like there hiding in the hotel.
If he wanted to, he would.
He actually would. Don't. And if you didn't even get like any sort of acknowledgement this Valentine's Day, please, let's stand up. Let's stand up.
Stand 10 toes, guys. But
on your 10, pretty 10.
White toe 10 or French tip.
Free French tip.
But yeah,
was
this
it
week.
a good day?
Today was actually, I don't even want to go into. Today was actually like a pretty bad day until I got here, to be honest. Like, it was very like down the dumps, like really bad. I literally was just,
I think I can tell
really?
when you've had a bad day because your energy levels are like here.
What do you mean? As in up?
Yeah, they're very high.
Overcompensation.
Yeah, because obviously, like, when we see each other normally, they're just like normal. But when I can see that there's a bit more,
it's
like,
because I feel like I have to give more. But it's also probably because I drank this. And I didn't eat anything besides like a crisp and the Lucozade thingy. So I feel like now I've got like energy in my system. So I was like, I can't come on low energy.
I've been on low energy, but to be fair, I've had an upset stomach.
Sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing. I hope your stomach feels better.
Yeah, you know. Logo.
How's your day? How's your week been? Side note, your lashes are so nice.
Thank you. J Lashes London. Shout her out. That's J Lashes London.
I'll put
As
it
in,
right
not
here.
London. J Lashes LDN.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good, basically, yeah.
She's my girl. But obviously, this week of me
What?
has been amazing.
I was just like, why is she laughing for?
Because it's my birthday. Like, okay, it's like not my birthday.
Her
but
birthday was a lot better than what she
as
said.
oh my gosh, like I'm just like, I think I've said this everywhere. Like I said it on my Bible study group yesterday. I'm gonna give a testimony at church. I've said it on my Instagram. I've said it on my Snapchat. And I think I've said it on my TikTok as well. Like, I'm just so grateful for like my friends, my family, the love that the Lord has shown me through people, the gifts that I got, the messages that I got. Like, a lot of them.
Surprise after surprise after surprise.
Oh yeah, surprise after surprise after surprise. Like, my birthday surprise flowers, went out, get Matilda cake. It was so nice, so yummy, so moist.
Yeah, it looked good.
Oh, it was really good. Even surprised with that, like my friend paid for my meal. I was like, wow. Then went home, my girls were there, and I was just like, wow, like that's crazy. I just felt so much love, yeah, that I don't think my motherboard, like my mind could like comprehend like what's going on. Like I was just shaken by the fact that I came home, I'm here talking about how good my day was, and it got even better because I saw my friends. I was just like, oh wow, so cute. And also you were gonna come and see me, but timings like didn't work.
Timings don't work.
Not timings, is it timings? Like it just didn't work because I just left and you was gonna come down.
Oh no! It was because you said that your girls were there. Do you remember? You were like, because I was gonna stop by, but then you were like, oh, my girls are here. I was like, oh no, let's do it differently because I didn't want you to have to like interrupt your flow with your girls. That was the reason. It wasn't because it didn't work out. Because I was coming down either way, and you were like, yeah, come, and I was like 8 PM.
At that point, I just knew my friend was gonna come. I didn't know that the rest of them were gonna come.
But the fact that your friend was gonna come, I was like, I didn't want to like interrupt your.
So, yeah, that, and then Valentine's Day obviously was a good day. Yeah. And then I'm not gonna lie, I look really good.
Yeah, she looked. Can I insert a picture?
I look really good, and like I'm tooting my own horn there. I look good. I ate down. She ate down. Yeah.
That colour looks really good on you now.
The burgundy.
Yeah.
Oh, mommy. Yeah, I did.
You sound like your dad. What the hell?
No, I think that's my new favourite colour because I just look so like
grown in a good way. Yeah,
like just so like edible.
Gobble gobble.
Eat that up. No. Guys. Christian queen over here. No. Lacked until marriage. That's for sure. Had lacked. Don't let me out. No. Okay, so Valentine's Day was a really good day. Unfortunately, we didn't go to the candlelit concert because the traffic was awful. Really? Uber and Bolt were on strike, and there was just so much traffic on the road. The trains were delayed, so we was not making that candlelit concert.
Bolt and strike knew what they were doing, striking on
Valentine's Day.
But I guess strike, fight for your rights.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't like go to the concert.
Did you do your candle making?
Yes, I did. It was really cute.
Does it smell good?
Yeah. The fragrance that I chose is a very like sweet, fruity, floral scent, and his one was a lavender and citrus. No, lemon and it was a citrus scent. I don't remember. But yeah, it was really cute. It was just us two and the person, instructor.
That's very intimate.
I know. She was like, I just love how he did this. And I was like, yeah, so cute. The equipment was like there where there were meant to be other people. Like the seats and stuff were like arranged. Yeah. But no, I just came in, it's just him. I was like, oh, this is cute.
So you had the whole like studio to yourselves?
He booked it all.
Oh, I thought like it just nobody else turned out.
No.
Or like nobody else booked. What a gentleman.
Yeah.
What, chivalry's not dead.
Sad, I don't know. Can chivalry be dead on a woman's part? Is chivalrous? Can a woman be chivalrous?
I don't know, but I think like chivalry is just sort of like I don't know. I guess I don't know. Like traditionally and stereotypically, maybe chivalry it's a man. But if you are chivalrous, like if you, it's like you're holding the door for him.
Yeah, no. I just gave him my jacket, and this man was like cheesing, like calm down.
No, but if he didn't do that,
you've never been given a jacket before.
You would have turned around and expected like what you were like. Can you not see like? Come on now.
But yeah, Saturday I had a church like event. It was a Valentine's Day like edition, but it was called It Starts as Friends. It starts with friendship, and it was just basically a mingling like event, but not mingling in a romantic way, like more so like knowing your church peers and additional people. It was really good. I did a 30-second preach, guys. Give me the title of pastor now. Pastor,
right, give her accolades. Right.
And they determined the winner by how much noise the crowd made. And I actually got the loudest, but they gave the prize to the girl that was also doing it with me, because she was new, like no one really knew her. So I think to like say
make
like
feel,
they gave her the prize, but everybody else, sorry, no shade, everybody else, I think
I saw did you post it on your Snapchat story?
I
think I saw it because I was printing this out because guys, she had a weekend.
No, I actually did. But everybody in church, they came up to me and were like, I think you should have won, and I was
the
like,
ego's getting straight.
I just delivered the word.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if everyone said that you should have won, like you in that moment, you're like, yeah, exactly that.
I delivered the word. So yeah, and then after that, my brothers, including your brother, we're just gonna call them my brothers. They took me out for dinner, a Turkish cuisine we went to. It was really nice. And Sunday, obviously I went to church. Church was really good. The message was timely for me. My pastor was talking about, my reverend was talking about love, because it's very fitting for the season, right? And he was obviously like relating love to like physical and like love to your love for God, and which was a really good message. I feel like the congregation really liked what was delivered, so we thank the Lord for that. So I was meant to go Nando's after church on Sunday, but a few of the girls that I was going with, like, they dropped out for all their own individual reasons. But it's okay, because I'm seeing a couple of them on Friday, and I see them every week, but we're gonna do our own things. We've rescheduled, is what I'm trying to say. So I had the opportunity to go home right after church, because like being at Nando's with your friends, you never know how long the conversation would last, etc. And I already knew that I was going to go out after Nando's, but not going to Nando's gave me the ability to go home, change and like freshen up before I was going out again. So my best friend, she told me that her and my other very close friend were going to take me out for the dessert, because obviously I was going Nando's. So they told me to like get ready for a certain time. I came home now, and I just really needed to like spend time with the Lord. I just felt like he was calling me, so I spent like an hour and so with him. And I was just like, oh sugar, I need to actually get ready now. And I actually got ready like in like 15 minutes.
When time pressure comes, the ability, the skill a woman gets to just
do everything like so, no, literally. So I was ready like on time, but my friends were late. Black people. I still love you though.
Was it POC timing? I don't know, something like that.
People of colour timing, black people timing. So yeah, they ended up arriving like 30 minutes after the time that they told me to be ready for, which is fine. So I've told you that they've told me we're going out to eat dessert, but now they've told me that I should bring my ID. So I'm just like, where are we going? So I get in the car now, I'm just like, where are we going, guys? They're like, oh, if we're not telling you, it's a new TikTok place, we thought that you'd really like it, so let's just go. You know where we was actually? We ended up going Strike in Wandsworth. No Gravity.
Strike.
Yeah, the bowling place.
Oh, okay. I think I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole car ride was just being annoying. Like, where we going? But I already had an inkling that we were going to bowling, because I wanted to do bowling for like a separate thing, with like my male friends and my girlfriends, on like Sunday, I think it was. But I just couldn't be asked to plan it, so I told my friends, like, I'm not doing anything anymore. Remember, I was meant to be doing a pottery as well. I cancelled that. And I was just like, I'm not doing anything anymore. And I was praying to God, and I was just like, God, like, if my friends love me, they're gonna surprise me.
What you say? Wow.
No, but God pulled through. God was like, they do love you, Cynthia, look. They give you not just one surprise,
You walked into
but
a bowling
two
alley,
surprises.
just going,
Yeah, and I literally walked in, I have a video. I literally walked in, I was like, oh, guys, I'm expecting you guys to be here.
Oh, did you post it on Snap?
Instagram and Snapchat as well.
Maybe I saw it on Instagram. I was thinking, I think because you came in filming it, it's like it was meant to be a surprise.
Yeah.
That was actually so sweet.
I know, so sweet. Like, so again, I'm very grateful for my friends and my family. I'm so thankful that they planned a surprise for me, double surprises. Although, like, I kind of clocked the second one, I still thank you for your efforts and your love and just everything. So I had an amazing birthday, a really perfect 24th birthday, and I don't know, well, I'm not saying I don't know if my 25th will be able to top it. I just need to, like,
you never know.
Go bigger.
I'm glad you had a good time though.
I know.
I'm glad you had a good time.
I'm glad as well. And it wasn't like, you know, when you plan something and there's so much pressure on it because you've planned it, you just want it to go well. I was free from that, and I felt just like very liberated, because I'm just going with how the day is going to take me. I'm just going with how the day takes me.
Flow there, exactly. Just go with the flow. That's good though. That's a good way to step into your 24th year of life.
Man, I had a very chilled day yesterday. I was just at my friend's house and we were watching Young, Famous and African.
My sister loves that.
Yeah, having ice cream, and I was prepping for Bible study that evening. So yeah, again, like, just like little nuggets of things, really.
Pockets of happiness, pockets of joy.
Exactly.
I like that. You know, speaking of Valentine's Day, you know Valentine's Day didn't go how it was meant to. Basically, what happened?
Tell us the tea.
Oh, I've started going to the gym again. I forgot to mention that I found a new gym, guys.
We like that because I know you really wanted to get
back. Honest, and the thing is, I used to always go to Pure Gym, right? The gym group is where it's at, bro. Like, I feel like the gym group is probably Pure Gym's #1 competitor, because there's a lot of similarities, like in how they are and how they operate. So both 24 hours that they do, it's all over the country, etc, etc, and like the machines all use Matrix, all that lot. But this specific gym that I go to is so big. The Pure Gym in Wandsworth that I used to go to, that one was like a big Pure Gym. But the gym group is just, and it has the, you know hip thrusting, right? Yeah. It has the machine there. Okay. I don't know about Pure Gym Wandsworth now, but Pure Gym Wandsworth don't have that machine. They don't. They didn't have that, but they had everything else that I needed. Oh, I love that place. But this one has everything that Pure Gym Wandsworth had. And then it has that. It was amazing.
I have not been to the gym in ages. I need to do better. But
bro, because I went to the gym like every day, but like I didn't do like whole body, like I did upper body, lower body, like alternating. Because obviously it was my first time going back into the gym. The soreness. Could I walk on Valentine's Day?
Oh.
Could I walk on Valentine's Day?
Loretta Maria.
Could I walk?
Loretta Maria.
I couldn't walk.
Loretta
I would, like, you know the thing, thank the Lord I can drive, right?
Amen.
But even to get out of the car, to go from sitting in the car to then walking, oh yes, I was, bro. You know, it's like when you think about the times you could walk normally, or where like you think about the times where there was no pain where you're walking, bro. My hamstrings, they're everything was sore. Everything was sore. So we stayed indoors. We had like a whole thing booked, and there was no way I could have worn them heels, respectfully. But yeah, it was pretty chill. Like, Nothing crazy happened. I was in so much pain. I literally had to shuffle on the floor to walk. Walk was literally lifting my legs up. Why you laughing at that so? Bro, I just felt so whatless. Sitting down, I had to think very carefully every time before I sat down. Because I had to think, have I collected everything? Have I collected everything that I need before I plant myself down in the spot? Yeah, Valentine's weekend was chill. Oh, side note,
Did he cook?
Yeah, he did.
What did he cook? Did he cook your favourite?
He was gonna make the salmon pasta salmon, but every shop, no, he made like he attempted to make the pasta salmon, but the salmon wasn't available because obviously I guess salmon is the food of love, because every shop was out of stock.
Really?
When the food was delivered, we ordered salmon, but we got sea bass. Never had sea bass before until then.
I like sea bass.
Yeah, it was nice. And then you know what I made him on the Sunday?
Banana cake. Banana bread.
No. That would have been cute, but no. My sister's sweet chili wings.
Oh.
And he really liked them. He was like, they taste good. And I said,
oh, girl. Wow. Before this, when was Loretta a chef?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When was I? Don't jump the gun and make it mean something it's not. But it's also because they taste so good, bro. Like, I wanted them too. Like,
you didn't eat any?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
But that's also the reason why I made them.
Oh.
I wanted him to try it, but it's also the reason why I made them. But yeah, that's how my weekend went. By the Sunday, my legs were still sore, but like not to the level that it was sore on the Friday. The Friday, bed bound. But yeah, that's been.
You enjoyed despite that, you enjoyed.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's good. So now, guys, we're going to be talking about the book that we are reading, which is called The Courage to Be Disliked. If you came from our last episode, you would know that we've been reading. Sorry, I don't know why I have so much attitude for you guys. I just don't feel like you guys are really like... No, I'm joking. But yeah, we're now going to discuss points that we've like highlighted, taken like note of, or just want to talk about.
To us, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see the book, go on to our Instagram, Years in Between, @YearsInBetween, and yeah, you can find it there if you want to see what the book looks like and purchase it, or just, you know, get it on the Kindle and read along. How to separate tasks. Okay, so the quote is the philosopher saying, "It's true that one often hears parents today using the phrase, 'it's for your own good,' but they're clearly doing so in order to fulfill their own goals, which could be their appearance in the eyes of society, their need to put on airs, or their desire for control, for example. In other words, it is not for your own good, but for the parents', and it is because their child senses the deception that he rebels." So this chapter was basically saying the idea that we need to have the ability to not carry the burden of others, and to recognise when something is our own life task or our own burden or our own journey, and when it's for somebody else. Because I feel like often in society, like the example the philosopher was saying, that a parent would then say, I'm doing this for your own good, or you need to do this for your own good, but he was focusing on the fact that a lot of times parents can say we are children of immigrants, and then stereotypically they want us to do roles like doctors, you know, lawyers, engineers, all that lot, and it's like for your own good, so you have that financial security, and that's true. But it's also like, to a degree, some parents might do that because then they can like shout about it to their friends or to their family. Yeah. Exactly. So even though it's your own life task, they make it a bit of their own because they want to use you as an example as to why they're successful in their life task of being a parent, I guess. Yeah. What do you think?
I do agree with that, because sorry, not to get like too personal, but I feel like growing up I was told what profession I should go down because of, I would say now, my father was more so thinking about, yes, the security side of things, but more so like
he could brag about it
to other people, and because he has like so many children
It was like another opportunity to have like
to,
a child that does really well.
Exactly. So I think that, because he always talks about like leaving a legacy, so I think in that, like, he would measure his success out of what his children do. More so, like,
I think a lot of parents do that too.
Yeah, and I think I thank my mum because she brought in that balance of like, yeah, whereas this does make sense, but remember, it's your life.
Exactly.
And if you want to do something, my mum was like there supporting and encouraging me, and it's just making sure that it makes sense, and as long as it makes sense, she's fine. Because I feel like, not to say like, cause no, I don't really put a damper on my dad, because I still love him, like he's just an amazing person. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of the aspirations that I did have, because I was very creative, he like
shut it down.
Yeah, and I think that's because of a lack of like knowledge, and he had a limited belief of, and
the security. I think that yeah,
I think because they were coming from a place where being creative doesn't get you anywhere. So I think, yeah, if you want to be creative, make sure you have something here,
a plan.
A plan. But
you can communicate it to them in a way they understand. Yeah,
but whereas like under the age of 10, being told no, you're not gonna do like fashion designing, was like, well, no, I can't.
I have to go this route to make them. Yeah, I feel like, especially like how you're saying with like parents that came, like we have parents that obviously came to this country because they wanted a better life for us. It just makes it so that, like, literally, like you said, their children's success is almost like their success, because it's like they can only, like, obviously there's people that have done amazing with their lives, like coming from wherever country, but it's harder for other people. Like, you know, everybody has their own story, everybody has their own life tasks, and sometimes it means that obviously your parents are grinding and working hard so they can provide everything they can for us, that we can then pursue something that like they know is secure, and that they will that it will be something that we have security, like financial security throughout our whole life, whether it's something that we want to do for ourselves or not. So I guess that leads back to the idea of us having to be able to recognise like the separation of our tasks
and others,
and not to take on what our parents want for us.
Yeah, I think also because they were successful in coming to the UK, they're like, okay, I've done like my part, now my children must be successful, and if they're not, then I failed because I didn't need to come, I didn't know, bust my ass and come down here. So
leave the warmth, leave the food, leave the vibes, leave family.
Leave family.
That's crazy. And they literally did that before like our age, like we're older than what they were when they came to this country.
My dad was like,
I could cry if we start talking about it. I can't. I can actually start crying.
My dad was like in his early 20s. They done the best with what they had, with what they knew as well. Like, you can't pour out of a empty cup, and the man tried to pour. So, that takes us back to I think it's our second episode when we're talking about like our parents and giving them grace, because they're actually humans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Laura. No, because it's crazy. Like, they really do their best. Whether sometimes it comes across like it's not translated well, I guess it's like they're really trying, because, you know, they literally had to leave everything that they need to come to a foreign land. Oh my gosh, I could cry. Anyway, the youth then talks on how there's a bit of a conflict in what the philosopher was saying, like I just mentioned, with the whole separating life tasks, because in our society typically, like, you ask someone, like, you know, how are you doing, like, is everything okay, and somebody might express something to you, and then you feel empathy for them. And sometimes if somebody's stressed out, it's not that you take on their life tasks, but in knowing what they're going through, or knowing like the struggles they're facing, you may want to help carry that burden with them. And he was sort of like, wouldn't it be rude if you just go through life constantly being like, oh, my life task, my task, and just separating it all? Okay, this is what the philosopher says.
I'm gonna read it because silly me, I've not read anything of this chapter. Naturally, one gives all of the assistance one possibly can, but beyond that, one doesn't intrude. Remember the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Please think of counselling and all other assistance provided to the other people in Adlerian psychology as having that kind of stance. Forcing change while ignoring the person's intentions will only lead to an intense reaction.
But the philosopher is basically talking about how essentially you can, like you said, you can give or you can, but when he's saying you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can literally, again, it's come back to my mind, the rest of the chapter. The example he gives earlier on in the thing is about parents helping their kids with education. You know, it's like, I'm doing this for your own good, essentially. You have to study, you have to do this, and it makes it so that when you learn, and the association you have with education is very much so forceful. It's like
negative.
Yeah, it's negative. It's like, I have to do this, not because I want to. You don't have that type of relationship where you see the benefits of why you need to
of doing it. Yeah,
exactly. With the horse, when he says like you can take horse to water but you can't force it to drink, he essentially said that as a parent or in any other situation, you can say, I'm here for you. You can call me whenever you're ready to talk about it, or whenever you want to like go into learning and your education. I'm here. Allowing that person to know that they have the support and the assistance that they need. Literally, like, you can give all the assistance one possibly can. Be there for them, but don't like impose or force it, because then you're not separating the life tasks. You're making it your own.
You're making it your own. Yeah.
Discard other people's tasks. Let's see. That's the next chapter. There.
Do you feel like you take on other people's life tasks?
100%. I feel like, but not 100%. But I feel like I empathise deeply for the people that I care about a lot, and where they share their struggles with me, I try to be there for them as much as I can. And offer I'm here, because I feel like being an empath, you're constantly putting yourself in other people's shoes, seeing it from other people's perspectives, and that in itself can be draining. But I'd rather be there for someone, because the feeling of knowing that you're like, not even if the shoe was on the other foot, so I'm not always like, if it was me I'd want someone but it's just like, people need people, How about yourself? Do you feel like you're taking on other people's tasks?
I think depending on who the person is, I can take on someone else's life task.
How do you mean?
If they're a very close person to me, like a relative or a really close friend.
So like your younger brother, would you take on his life tasks?
I feel like, I'd worry about how I can solve this, or my best friend or my mum or my dad, even if you're for yourself. I think, I do. But I think because also in my own life there's a lot that's going on. So lately, it's not to say I haven't been empathetic. I think I've acknowledged that that's tough and that's hard and stuff, but I also have my own stuff that I'm going through.
That's good though, because you compartmentalize and able to differentiate the two.
Now, I'll say in the past year or so I've been able to do that.
Tell me how.
I think because of the stuff in my life, I just taking it. But it's not like I've learned this is what I should do. I feel this is a question I actually asked my friend the other day. But do you feel like if you're unable to offload on someone, what does that say to you?
As in,
if you're unable to offload on someone, do you think subconsciously you're withholding yourself from doing that, or do you think it's because?
I think it's because I don't feel emotionally safe enough to do it. I don't feel emotionally secure in that relationship with that person enough to be okay, I can offload on you. And it's also because I may feel guilty for doing that, because I'm if I don't know their situation, for example, am I just adding another way? I don't know, it's a weird one. I feel I don't know. How about you?
Yeah, I also think you may not feel emotionally safe with that person. I don't
Do you
think
offload?
one, two.
Onto like, do you feel comfortable like offloading like
Oh.
your baggage to people when you're talking to them? Do you think it's selfish to do that as well?
I do to my mum because I offloaded my mum. That's my mum. You know, I'm her daughter, so.
That is what came with when she gave birth to me. Facts.
Yeah, I feel like in the past 2 years, I don't offload that much onto people unless like I feel like able and comfortable to do so. But now I've just been like going to God first and like crying, venting, ranting. And then if someone's like notice, oh, you're right, then I'll say what it is vaguely. I won't say like
in depth.
Yeah. So
that's good though. I feel like we both agree with the fact that like there has to be some sense of safety, and I guess the fact that you're saying that you do it with God, how can like he's the most safe you can feel with a person, like the most safe person to offload to, or like, you know.
Do I think it's selfish? I think it depends. Like if that's all you ever do with that said person, then that is selfish. If you only call that person because you want to offload, then yeah, that is selfish. And I think it also shows how you respect the relationship.
I think it breeds resentment as well for the other person, because why
are you only coming to me with negativity? To
offload because you're weighing them down for that however long. And that's not something that I feel like every time somebody should feel like when they're offloading they're weighing somebody down, but I'm saying in the sense of
if that's all you ever speak about with that said person,
like you're emptying their cup by them trying to like console you all the time, emptying, like you don't do anything to fill it up.
They will feel emotionally drained. Like them seeing your name come up on their phone, they're gonna be like, oh
yeah, they're gonna see, oh, do I have the energy, do I have the mental capacity, you know. The next chapter that I got highlights from was how to rid yourself of interpersonal relationship problems.
Okay guys, I'm reading the first highlight of Loretto's.
Maybe if you start from that one.
Wow.
Sorry, just so it makes sense.
Okay. So this is the first highlight in what chapter?
How to rid yourself of interpersonal relationship problems, I think.
Okay. As I'm reading it, this is the first time that I'm
seeing it.
You assume that even things that should be other people's tasks are your own. Remember the words of the grandmother, quote, "You're the only one who's worried how you look," close quote. Her remark drives right to the heart of the separation of tasks. What other people think when they see your face, that is the task of other people, and it's not something you have any control over. Okay.
Do you remember, guys? Do you remember that quote? Syntax, she read it out last time about you're the only one who's worried about how you look. Like,
yeah, it's true.
That was a quote from a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
But don't you think that's true in the fact that with this bit where it literally says
what other people think when they see your face, that's
their task. Literally,
and that's something that you have any control over. Yeah, it's true.
Like, do you think how somebody feels about you is their issue, or do you think it's a result of how you treat them? Because I feel like it can happen either or. Like somebody could feel how they feel about you because of, I don't know, interaction or whatever, or despite the interaction or because of the interaction, they create a narrative of how they feel about you.
So like this topic, you saying that has just reminded me of a time in Bible study. I don't know what like the topic of discussion was, but I remember one of the girls in the group, they were saying that I think we're talking about like fear of rejection, I think so. Or the spirit of rejection. They were saying that, and I think this like kind of like leads on to it kind of emphasizes when the philosopher was saying how other people see you is more about them. What?
It's like what other people think when they see your face is the task of other people, essentially.
Okay. So yeah, so it leads on to what other people. Yeah, it leads on to that. So she was saying that one time, you know, when like you meet someone new and or not even meet someone new. Let's say like you enter a space where there's a social gathering, let's say a church, someone that you say hi to every week is like very bubbly and like, you know, extroverted, welcoming, and they normally say hi to you back with like, you know, very high energy. But this one Sunday you say hi to her and then she's just like, hi. Instead of you now thinking like, are you okay, the person was saying that they were thinking, did I do something wrong? And because she like alluded to the second thought, she said that she felt like she had to distance herself from the friend, from the person. And I think that's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the person receiving the blunt hi. She's now taken on that person's life task.
Bro, you see, since it's a big dog, yeah, that example you gave is literally in this book somewhere. I think I read it.
I basically read it, isn't it?
No, but like you haven't seen it, bro. You haven't read it.
Actually,
that's literally where you create a narrative in your head and a belief as to why somebody's done. In the same way, like literally what you're saying, that person who's then like received that high or whatever wrongly, they've obviously created a narrative like, oh, what's going on? Like, do they not like me?
Yeah.
And then you have all this feeling of like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. Oh my gosh, like, and it's an overwhelming sense of like dread almost, and like, how can I fix this?
Yeah.
But then if you just ask like, is everything okay or whatever, and then you get that reassurance that you need, that feeling of being like, oh, like,
oh, it's not me.
It's not me. Like, I'm not the issue in this case.
Like, oh, you have your own stuff that you're doing.
Exactly that. But like you're saying, because you take on that person's life task, you carry that weight, you live that period of hardship for no reason.
No reason. You're now here thinking for majority of your day, like, did I do something wrong? Why did she say hi like that? Like, and I think,
essentially communication, like in such instances, if you can like directly talk to the person and avoid this sort of feeling of like being in your head about something, then I'd say do it. It's easier said than done, I know, but yeah, that was a TT example. Look at her, 24, looking good on you, bro.
I think we just all possibly naturally just take on, until you have this revelation, you may just take on people's life tasks.
Exactly. That's, bro. And even I literally, as I was going to look for basically skip to that bit, there was one bit where they're talking about like working at a job. This one was so good because I was like, wow, working at a job, and if you have a boss who like makes your life a little bit tricky, or who doesn't like you, he doesn't pay attention to you, doesn't give you praise the way you want praise per se in the workplace, and you feel like it may affect how you like do your work or the philosopher was then talking about like, well, really and truly, you go to work to, your life task is to do the work, to carry it out well. Your life task isn't to go and perform and make people like you, because if your job was to be liked, then cool, you're like the whole thing of the boss not liking you is an issue. But if your job is to do XYZ, and the fact that your boss doesn't necessarily praise you or doesn't like you, that shouldn't be the main core focus of like your existence at work. But then also toxic work environment as a whole.
That's a whole another thing.
It's a whole other thing.
But yeah, I think you shouldn't go into a place of work and expect to be, of course your work can be acknowledged, but don't expect that constant praise or approval, because then you'll just be living your life for other people.
This chapter is called, it's still in the third section, or the third night, and it's called What Real Freedom Is.
In short, that freedom is being disliked by other people.
What do you think about that? I guess that lack of context, in the sense of you're not fazed by the fact that there are people that dislike you, and you don't constantly strive to be liked by everyone. You have freedom in the knowledge that I'm my true self and I show up as my true self every day. I'm not pleasing anybody or living life to please anyone. Yeah,
then that makes sense. I would say that that's what freedom would be, because you're not being imprisoned by other people's thoughts and feelings towards you.
Exactly, bro.
So yeah.
The philosopher literally says, do you want to read it? That one.
I feel like if more people like didn't care about what other people thought about them, they would be probably a bit more happier.
Guys, remember she said that, and then we'll see the other quote after, because she ate again. Anyway, that one.
Philosopher said, in short, that freedom is being disliked by other people. The youth said, huh? What was that? The The philosopher then said, "It's that you're disliked by someone. It is proof that you are exercising your freedom and living in freedom, and a sign that you are living in accordance with your own principles." Youth, but, philosopher. It is certainly distressful to be disliked. If possible, one would like to live without being disliked by anyone. One wants to satisfy one's desires for recognition, but conducting oneself in such a way as to not be disliked by anyone is an extremely unfree way of living, and is also impossible. There is a cost incurred when one wants to exercise one's freedom, and a cost of freedom is interpersonal relationships is that one is disliked by other people.
I literally touched on that with the whole thing about the distress. It's distressful to be disliked by people, but literally, like we said, to be disliked, I guess it's sort of true. Like, people, obviously people who aren't like hurting anyone, but like people who aren't necessarily liked, they actually live freely because they actually don't give a heck.
They don't, yeah.
Like, everyone just shouldn't give a heck and just live the life that you want to live, as long as you're not hurting anyone or
like Jesus.
Yeah, causing harm. Jesus wasn't liked by a lot of people, but he lived his life true to himself and true to the his life task. Literally,
yeah, he was denied by his own hometown, but yeah,
he did his thing. And I think all of us just need to do that. It's very hard in society to do that, but that's not an excuse for us to just try. No.
Yeah, I think we should just do things that make us happy, especially like in this one life that we get, this one short life compared to eternity. We need to do things that make us happy. Obviously, making sure that you don't hurt other people. Mm-hmm. But I think if we do things that align with the will that the Lord has for us, that make us happy, our heart's desires are fulfilled, then I think
it'll work out.
Yeah, we shouldn't receive recognition from others, because if we're doing something that makes us happy, then it makes us happy. And
exactly, and I feel like if you do it consistently enough, then other people, the recognition will come further down the line, and at that point you won't be doing that. You won't be doing it for that because you enjoy it. You won't be doing it for that. The recognition will come. People start to appreciate it, but you're like doing it for you.
When you're building towards something, like one person's there clapping, but when you've achieved that said thing, you have like a whole back row clapping for you. So
facts. Literally, don't be afraid to be disliked. And then back to
the courage to be disliked.
T again, literally, I was going to the quote in the book. It literally says, the philosopher, the courage to be happy also includes
the courage to be disliked. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We cannot wait to see you in the next one. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. It doesn't take you more than 10 seconds to do so.
If you're listening to us, please don't be shy to rate us. You know, cheeky 5 stars wouldn't hurt no one.
Please be like, I feel like everyone should be proud of us because we stay consistent. so because you're proud of us, please like, share,
literally
subscribe.
In the book we're talking about don't want recognition.
Like, share, subscribe and rate.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.